Good morning and welcome to part 2. Okay, so we'll start with the reading. When the ingoing pranic air and outgoing pranic air, both restrained in their space from their respective points of return, the essence of Bhairava, which is not different from Bhairavi, manifests. So let's have a look again at this and break it down. When the ingoing pranic air, so when your air goes in, if you refer to the first episode, we had 2 points, and this is saying keep your air and breathing within those 2 points. Restrain it. Don't let it go past that. That is your peak. Now, when does that happen normally? Let's take an experiment. As in, if you're running, your air is pushing both of these ways past those points because you're breathing in heavier and you need more air. So this is definitely not where you want to be. That doesn't mean don't exercise, keep exercising. But when you're meditating or when you want to be in a state, Bhairava is a state of, means terribly fearsome form. Now this is the form. Why is it fearsome? Because if you stay within that, nothing is going to enter you. Nothing is going to get into your soul or change your mind. So it becomes a very fearful form for other people because you are very, very focused on one thing. And if somebody wants you to do something else, there is no stopping that. You stay within that. So we're going to practice this now. First of all, remember from part 1, if you haven't checked it out, have a look what the 2 points are. We're now going to stay within those 2 points and restrain it and see what that feeling is. Okay, so remember, first 2 points, sit the point within your mind. The second point within, near your belly or inside your body. So these are inside you. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, get your comfortable seating position. And here we go. I'll breathe with you and see what the feeling is. Okay, so point 1. Alright, if you've given it a few tries, that's great. If you need to try some more, you can pause the video now, try some more. So we will go with the results. We'll check out everything again as we did before. I'm going to go into another deep breathing exercise and try it one more time. I didn't feel what I wanted to feel, I guess. I wasn't in the right state of mind, so readjust yourself, readjust your seating. We'll give it one more try. Okay, another minute or so. I rub my hands. You might have noticed I rub my hands like this. It's kind of, it's maybe some practice that I do to release myself from everything, from my own feelings, from the outer body. It's like I'm dusting off my hands of everything. So that's why you might hear or see that sound. Thank you. Okay, one more time. Focus on breathing. I'll stay with you on this. In, up to the top, down to the below. Up to the top, down below. Now try and find your own pace, depending on how much air you need. Okay, do you find a feeling where it's starting to conjure up feelings of anger? So, okay, let me open my eyes. We'll write this down. The results. Okay, so I don't know what this terrible thing is. Maybe somebody can give me more an explanation, or we will dig deeper into it a little bit more. From my point of view, what I find is the terrible force inside you is one that is consistent. So when we breathe within those 2 points, we are so focused on breathing and staying there, it conjures up anger. Now, see if you felt that. So I'm going to result is anger. It doesn't mean they have to be mad, but it can be some sort of anger, some sort of, strength coming, force coming with you that wants to do something. It's a little bit peed off with everything. It feels a bit like that. So anger. What else did I feel? Like I needed to do something. So if you get that feeling that you're in a position where you want to do something, you don't know what it is, it doesn't matter, but you want to do something, you want to create something, you want to, I don't know, make a cup of tea, even if it's as simple as that. You want to get up from your chair. This is that thing. So this gives you that strength and energy that I found. So let's put it as energy in a fierce form. So that will be our result. Now we want to look at how and why it works. So at this point, when you constrain your breathing within that, the more you constrain it, the more you're pushing towards a focus that is really within you only, and it wants to push out. So you're squeezing down from one side, okay, and where is that energy want to go? It needs to go out. So think of it like a piston or something under pressure. The more we pressure it, or elastic band, a rubber ball is probably a better analogy. You squeeze a rubber ball, squeeze it. At some point it wants to push out. So we have these 2 points. We are squeezing our form within it and keeping it constrained there. And it's constantly trying to push out and fight against that. Okay, it doesn't want to stay in this alert, crazy mode. So how it works, we'll put in there by forcing or constraining ourselves, we respond to it. We respond to our breathing by opposing it. That's better. Opposing it. Okay, so how it works? By forcing or containing ourselves, we respond to our breathing by opposing ourselves. And then we've got why it works. This why and how really gets me confused. Why it works is a similar thing. You push somebody in a corner, what are they going to do? You push a dog in a corner, what's he going to do? At some point, you leave them no choice but to respond. We would say we force ourselves into a point where we need to gasp for air. And this response, we automatically, we respond by generating anger or a push back out. Okay, so this is so I'm going to put a success there. You can try these things within a few seconds, few minutes, nothing more. What you want to do is feel it first. Then you come to understanding what that meaning of that feeling is inside you, how to direct it. That's a separate matter. Let's just feel these energies, these vibrations. So additional info. Again, please let me know if you feel the same. I haven't got any additional info. Well, I'll put on here anger. Terribly fearsome form. I'll put on here terribly fearsome form as additional info. Fearsome form. Okay, and remember the reason it's terribly fearsome is because at that point, any external people or things are not going to get to you as easy as possible because you're too focused on you. and fighting your own battle within inside yourself. So as you're fighting that battle, or at least you think you're fighting that battle, you haven't got time for external sources. So you become fearsome to other people. And it becomes terribly fearsome, a terribly fearsome form to other people, because they have no idea who you are in this moment when you are in that state. Again, let me know your questions, any difficulties, anything you want to know. Ask me the impossible as usual, and give it time. We've got 112 to go through. This is just the second one. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.